Good morning, children. Today we are going to see 6th English term 2. Poem 2 from a railway carriage. Okay, children, before seeing the poem, let's have a short look about the poet. This poem was written by Robert Louis Stevenson. He was born on 13th November 1850 in United Kingdom. He was a Scottish novelist, poet and travel writer. His notable works are Treasure Island, Kidnapped, Strange Case of Dr. Jekyll and Mr. Hyde, A Child's Garden of Verses. He died on December 3rd, 1894 at the age of 44. Okay, children, now let's see the poem. Children, this is the memory poem. This poem has 16 lines. Faster than Ferris, faster than witches. Bridges and houses, hedges and ditches, and charging along like troops in a battle, all through the meadows, the horses and cattle. All of the sides of the hill and the plain fly as thick as driving rain, and ever again in the wink of an eye, painted stations whistle by. Here is a child who clambers and scrabbles all by himself and gathering brambles. Here is a tramp who stands and gazes, and there is the green for stringing the daisies. Here is a cart run away in the road, lumping along with man and load. And here is a mill, and there is a river, each a glimpse and gone forever. Now let's see the explanation of the poem. Now let's see the first two lines. Faster than Ferris, faster than witches, bridges and houses, hedges and ditches. Ferris means sprite. Witches means a woman thought to have magic powers. Hedges means boundary formed by closely growing bushes or shrubs. Ditches means a ditches is a long low place where water can run off from a road or field. Children, in these lines, the poet says that the train runs more quickly than the Ferris that can fly or the witches can move, and it rushes leaving behind bridges, houses, hedges and ditches. Next lines, and charging along like troops in a battle, all through the meadows, the horses and cattle. Troops means soldiers. Meadows means mostly covered with grass, wild flowers. Cattle means cows and bulls. In these lines, the poet says that when the train advanced forward, it seems as the soldiers are attacking enemy in a battlefield. It runs and leaves behind the green fields where horses and cattle are grazing. Now we will see the next lines. All of the sides of the hill and the plain fly as thick as driving rain. In these lines, the poet says that all the scenes of hill and plain were being crossed by train as quick as one drop of rain follows another drop in a storm. Next lines, and ever again in the wink of an eye, painted stations whistle by. Wink means close and open one eye quickly. In these lines, the poet says that the train was crossing painted stations with a whistle. Now we will see the next two lines. Here is a child who clambers and scrabbles all by himself and gathering brambles. Clambers means climb. Scrabbles means moving upwardly up a steep and rough ground. Brambles means a prickly scrabbling shrub of the rose family, especially a blackberry. In these lines, the poet says that he also sees a child clumping a steep ground by himself with difficulty. During his climb, he gathers blackberries. Next lines. Here is a tramp who stands and gazes, and there is the green for stinging the daisies. Tramp means a person who travels from place to place on foot in search of work or as the beggar. Stringing means hanging. Daisies is nothing but is a flower. This is the picture of daisies flowers. In these lines, the poet says that he sees a tramp or a homeless person who was looking at the train with amazement. Some ladies were making garlands of daisy flowers. Next lines. Here is the cart run away in the road, lumping along with man and load. Cart is nothing but vehicle with wheels that is used for transporting things. Lumping means carrying with difficulty. In these lines, the poet says that he sees a cart moving slowly in the middle of a highway. It was loaded with a cart driver and a load. Okay children, now let's see the last two lines. And here is the mill and there is a river, each a glimpse and gone forever. Glimpse means a short view. In these lines, the poet says that he sees a watermill and a river while traveling in the train. All these objects appeared and disappeared so quickly that the poet looked at them only for a short time and they can never be seen again. Okay children, now we came to an end of the poem. So, maintain a separate notebook for English. In case of any doubt, make a note of it, which will be clarified on the day of reopening. Now, let's see the glossary. Charge, sudden attack upon a person. Clamber, climb. Brambles, blackberry. Tramp, as the beggar. Stringing, hang. Lumping, carry with difficulty. Glimpse, see or partially. Troops, soldiers or armed force. Scrabble, moving upwardly up a steep and rough ground. Gazes, stars. Wink, close and open one eye quickly. Now let's see the important questions and answers. First one, what is faster than Ferris and pitches? The train runs faster than Ferris and witches. Second one, where do you think the child is? The poet sees a child in the fields clumping up a steepy ground. Third one, why does the poet mention bridges and houses hedges and ditches. And where are they? The poet mentions them because we can see them while traveling in a train. They are on the way of the train journey. Fourth one, what does charges along like troops in a battle mean? The train runs forward as quickly as army soldiers attack the enemy in the battlefield. Fifth one, why does the child clamber and scrabble? The child clambers and scrabbles to gather blackberries. Sixth one, who is a tramp? A tramp is a homeless person who travels from place to place on foot in search of work. Seventh one, why is the cart moving awkwardly? It is moving awkwardly due to the heavy load on it, along with the cart driver. What is a bramble? A bramble, prickly, scrabbling shrub of the rose family, especially your blackberry. Now, let's see the rhyming words. What is rhyming words? Rhyming is a repetitions of similar sound, usually exactly the same sound in the final stressed syllables and any following syllables of two or more words. Children, I will repeat this. Rhyming is a repetitions of similar sound, usually exactly the same sound in the final stressed syllables and any following syllables of two or more words is called rhyming words. Now let's see the examples of rhyming words. Break, shake, candle, handle, spoon, moon, cable, table, flower, tower. Okay children, now tell me what are the rhyming words of these lines? Switches, ditches, battle, cattle are rhyming words. Now let's see the alliteration. What is alliteration? Alliteration is the repetitions of initial consonant sounds in successive or nearby words. I will repeat this. Alliteration is the repetitions of initial consonant sounds in successive or nearby words are called alliteration. Now let's see the examples of alliteration. She sells sea shells by the seashore. So children, so many words in the sentence begin with the consonant S. So S is the alliteration. My mother made me a mango milkshake. See, so many words in the sentence begin with the consonant M. So here the most important thing is repetitions of initial consonant sounds. So M is the alliteration. Okay children, now find out the alliterated words in these lines. Faster then Faris, faster then witches. See, so many words in the sentence begin with the consonant F. So F is the alliteration. Next, bridges and houses, hedges and ditches. See, so many words in the sentence begin with the consonant H. So H is the alliteration. Now let's see the evaluation. Children, once again you can go through the poem and answer for these questions. First one, what is the poem about? Second one, who is the poet? Here is the cart run away in the road, lumping along with man and load. And here is the mill and there is a river. Each a glimpse and gone forever. What are the rhyming words of these lines? And ever again in the wink of an eye, painted stations whistle by. Children, pick out the alliteration from these lines.